All right. We are back. Are we back? Yes, we are. All right. Welcome back to the watch party. Thank you, Spectrum, for the first drop stream of the new year. We had that issue all throughout 20 sporadically throughout 2021 and 2022. Um, so that's the first time it's happened in a while. So I can't be that mad, but I won't be that mad. Fortunately, it cut out roughly within the first few minutes of season 2, episode 2. We have Jensen also on our live stream as well. Hello, Jensen.
Yee.
Yep, our streams never go wrong. I never go right, rather. Anywho, let's jump right back into the episode. Season 2, episode 2, Ruins of War. This cut out just as we were starting the episode. So, fortunate to have dropped during that time so we can start from fresh. I apologize if we have to do this again. I apologize if this live stream is going to end at 1 o'clock. Here we go. Hitting play in three, two, one. Some of the context clues as they were doing it, the they were falling. They're still falling, falling from the sky, falling with style. How about that? The canyons, by the way, edited like or not edited, animated so beautifully. That's art tech, always looking on the bright side of life. Oof. Do they know that they landed on a cliff though? Oh yeah. Oh, uh-oh. They went up as Wrecker and Hunter went down. Interesting tactic. Oh, don't think about it. Don't you think about it.
You think she thought about it.
She
She's
thought
gonna
about it.
do
She was
it.
just thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it. Not gonna do anything or anything.
That's a good meme. That's exactly what Wilco said. Who is that? Why does he sound familiar? Because he's smart. He's tech. That's who he is. See, this is a smart commander. So that's theirs too.
Dang.
Damn. I swear this voice sounds very familiar. I don't know if it's Last Airbender or something, but it sounds very familiar. But the kid's just probably the only one working. Or I don't know what she's doing, anyways. Oh, it's a kaleidoscope. Notice the theme on that one. That was a pretty nice take on the theme, on Omega's theme. Got to see the cast list on this one. I could have sworn I've heard this guy's voice somewhere. Whoever this Romar is. Uh oh. Damn. Look at that. Go down. So much for wanting to keep your brothers safe. Wrecker rather going in for the kill, Tech going in for the stun. Kill over stun.
Bro.
Wait. Okay. If it's the voice that I'm thinking of, Professor Callahan from Big Hero 6. I just a thought.
Oh, I haven't heard that in a long time. Speeder
It,
bikes.
yep. It's gonna be good to both see that and hear that. Not just with Mando season 3, but hopefully with Ahsoka coming up. And one of those iconic Star Wars sounds that we have not heard. I mean, I'm not even Andor. Ooh. All right. He's still pushing through with that broken leg of his. Oh. Last season we didn't have that many tech centric episodes. Neither did we have echo centric episodes. I'm trying to remember. Um, so maybe we could get that this season, and this is one of those ones. As we take a look at the this episode of Tech. Oh my God! No Tech.
Bro, Omega.
No. Nor. No. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Don't hold it back anymore. Good thing they're doing that at night where no one could possibly hear or see that happen. 20 minutes, 41 seconds into the episode. A little bit ahead for us on our group watch on Disney Plus. I'm a survivor. All right.
Oh,
Rampart. Hashtag Ramparty. It ain't a Ramparty. Let's be honest. This ain't a Ramparty without. Oh man, what's his name? The clone that everybody was thirsting about last time around. Um, mm, bet. Ra- no,
now
Rampart.
that no vampire knows.
Hauser. That's the one. Duh.
How's that right?
But why? But good soldiers follow orders, don't they? Oh, not Wilco. Uh-uh. You just lost a valuable member.
Yeah.
There it is. Well, interesting start. All right. So I think this is one of the first missions that they failed. Hector Elizondo.
That's right. Yeah. Mm.
That is a name I've not heard in a long time, by the way. If you remember, and I don't know why I remember this, but he is the security guard on the, of all movies, The Princess Diaries. Um, he was also on one of my favorite series, and I'm talking like early 2000s, Monk on USA Network. So that's how it sounds from the like, this guy sounds familiar, but it's definitely not Big Hero 6. Anywho, focusing on the plot at hand, well, thoroughly enjoyed it. Um, it was a season, or I think episode 1 and episode 2 are required watches. Um, Otherwise, if you just watch episode 1 by itself, it's not really giving you anything, which is why for the first time ever, I'm giving episode 1 an NA because it has to be episodes 1 and 2. Um,
Yeah.
Now, why they didn't do this, and they did this, they made longer, like the longest episode at an hour or something, to start off the series in season 1, but they decided against that this time around. So that's a little bit surprising, because this could have easily been a 15-minute episode just to start things off, and then you eventually go things down. But I completely understand. You start things off with like a slow-ish episode, and then you build things up with a second episode. This second episode definitely was that builder, and it paid off in the end. Um, Visually stunning. We saw glimpses of this during Tales of the Jedi. It's stunning. It's amazing. Now we watch. I at least. I don't know about you, but I do the watch party off my phone, which
Mm.
I watch it on my phone. I think you watch on your iPad, right? Or on your
I
computer.
watch it on my computer.
You watch yours on the
And I,
computer,
yeah,
but
I sit like 20 feet away from it.
yeah, I mean it's comfortable. You're just laying down. Actually, that sounds more comfortable than than this viewing position, rather. I mean, it's much better. That sounds much more comfortable than just having to go all the way downstairs, bring the entire set down to the. I don't know. Anywho, that sounds very
Yeah.
comfortable. But yeah, I think this would have benefited with a 50-minute premiere episode and a second.
Yeah.
So it's like combine the first 2 episodes and then give us a third episode to start things off, so
Yeah.
that way you can fully focus your audience on the Mandalorian, because this is going to leak into the where is it? Uh, Star Wars leaked, launched, released. Star Wars released the schedule, and with okay, I can't find it all of a sudden. They dropped the schedule all at once, and so yeah, I'm genuinely surprised. Like all of a sudden, I can't find it, but it's gonna leak into the release of the Mandalorian, which is gonna be very interesting. So, um, if you put the first 3 episodes, then the middle 2 episodes, and the final 3 episodes all together, if they're gonna be this length, then I think it should be like long, short, long, and then long short again, or short long, to wrap up the season. So we'll see what happens as we continue down. In terms of it, War Chest and War Ruins, or Ruins of War rather. They Spoils of War and Ruins of War. So spoils, that's the war chest, and then ruins, not just the city, not just the survivor, but also you ruined the mission. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Jen, what are your thoughts on the first two episodes?
Um, I loved getting back into like how they do things, like
Mm.
how they do their heists and whatever and whatnot, and their missions. Um, uh, oh man, I just forgot I was gonna say something. Oh, it's nice to see some other planet that we haven't been to before. I mean, briefly in Clone Wars, but
Absolutely.
it's nice to see a different planet other than a desert planet or
The moment,
uh, yeah,
or Ryloth.
yeah, or
Yes,
Ryloth.
that's
Yeah,
the one.
yeah, that's the
um,
one.
I mean, it was very satisfying to see that, and further in Andor. But going back to the animated side of things, and longer format than Tales of the Jedi, it's good to be back. Yes, that there are looming issues about the show, which we'll talk about in just a sec, or at least I'll bring it up in just a moment before we wrap up. But it's visually stunning. First of all, have we ever seen a beach so beautiful, so serene in Star Wars animation? No. Or
Yeah.
have we?
Oh, not an animation, no.
Not in animation. I mean, we've seen,
I was gonna say Rogue One.
yeah, Rogue One, we've seen it, but that's IRL, and even then, as it's getting blown up, that's even more beautiful. Uh, but the but seeing all these new all these new scenes is visually stunning, and Star Wars has done it again. But I will say, us watching it from a computer screen 20 feet away, or from a small mobile device 5 feet away, or in this case, HDR length, um, nothing compares to the way we saw these series um, during Star Wars Celebration in that massive, massive screen on the main stage. Now, I don't think you were there for that, but we were there when they announced Mandalorian season 3, Ahsoka, and whatnot. But the one because I was the one who was there with Jess from Rupal's Padres, and when they showed the series, when they showed the trailer, she's a huge Cody fan. I'm sorry, ooh, ooh, sorry, my apologies. They're they're a massive Commander Cody fan, and um, so just seeing the detail on everything on a massive screen like that, HDR, it's probably Dolby Vision, is absolutely stunning, and it- just that experience and that audio system with all the other Star Wars fans is amazing. It was an amazing experience, and watching it from the comfort of our own home, yes, but it does no justice to that experience back several months ago. And again, my apology. I apologies. I cannot talk all of a sudden. My apologies to Jess. Um, I am so sorry for saying that. Okay. Let's get right into our rating. So, because episode one is not applicable, I am going to rate the combined episodes as 7.5 out of 10. they're just assigned this mission. They go back to see Sid for the first time in a while, and all of a sudden this new person comes in and just fee, right? Fee
Mhm. Yeah.
just blindsides them. It's like, all right, I need you to get this for me. Okay, and they accept, blindly accept, and here they are in this situation. So, yeah, Batch must decide who to trust as they plan their escape. Um, so yeah, it's a good start. I'll say that. I was like, if it was just episode one, I would have already labeled it a filler episode. But because it gave us that cliffhanger ending at the end of the first episode,
Yeah.
I felt like it felt right to not rate episode one, but to rate episode one and two as a combined premiere. What are your thoughts? What's your rating?
I was on the fence between a 7 and a 7.5, but I think I'm leaning more towards a 7.5.
Okay.
Um, just because leaving off on such a cliffhanger for the first episode, as you said, and just getting a reintroduction to how everything works, and also seeing that this is their first like actually failed mission.
That's true. And it's interesting because they have to teach Omega to let go. And she has not done that before. Also, side note, interesting to see AZ be a bartender. But, one of those
Mm-hmm.
little notes for the night. But yeah, that is it. Um, First two episodes of The Bad Batch, Spoils of War, Ruins of War. Sorry for the cutout in the middle of the stream because Spectrum reared its end yet again and cut out for the first time in a while. I feel like we were due for one, but we got the job done. Jensen, I thank you so much for joining us tonight. You're
There's no
joining us again
problem.
next week, or you're going on vacation soon.
Uh, I can try. I'll try next week. I can't guarantee it.
Well, all
Yeah.
right.
I'll see.
Well, thank you, Jensen. Have a good night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay a
Thank you.
little bit longer here. If you want to head out, that is perfectly fine by me. I'm gonna make some final
Alrighty.
statements here. So, thank you for joining us
Alrighty.
tonight,
Of course. Alright.
and we'll see you next week,
Thanks
hopefully.
and good night.
See ya.
Yeah. Alright. Bye.
Bye. So that was it for episodes one and two. Again, the obviously the big thing looming is the among the fandom here, and this is a big thing that the fandom is rallying together and pointing this problem out with this movement, and which I highly support. There, I will be updating the description for these first two episodes. I still need to fix the episode titling for the first episode, but I'll give you guys some links. But yes, the unwhitewash the Bad Batch movement comes um, out of several storylines from season one that give a whitewashed Bad Batch a higher, more superior look compared to the quote regs that they say on the show, and we saw a little bit of it in tonight's episode. And seeing that in action, and even in the episode tonight, um, really showed me the what I was missing out, and the wonderful content creators who I follow a lot. Again, Rupal's Padres, Fulcrum Transmissions, and their statements. They say that it is very difficult to follow to promote this series. But again, I'm going to reread this statement that Rupalp's Padres post put out a few hours ago. In the spirit of consuming media critically, something we value greatly on that podcast, call to action to the listeners and friends in the Star Wars community, which we are. And I have this platform, of course, to speak out on the issues at hand in the community. And the Unwhitewashed TBB and Unwhitewashed TBB on Twitter, Tumblr, which I use, and among other locations, they have a card that has all the information about what is um, all these specific details. I don't want to go. I don't feel comfortable going into it on this live stream. It's a little bit um, unsettling in my eyes as a content creator. I know I should put it first and foremost, but I just simply don't feel comfortable bringing it up in this matter. But I will post a link to it if you want to read it, and if you want to support it, there is a where is it? So hashtag unwhitewash the bad batch. If you like the characters, only buy fan made merchandise and merchandise that depicts the characters with the right skin tone. Try to support fan creators of color as well. Consume media by and about the Maori people. After all, the clones are based off of Boba Fett. Boba Fett, played by a Maori person with Tamara Morrison, and it just doesn't seem right that these characters, Clone Force 99, not only do they have enhanced skill, but with a lightening of the skin tone, makes them seem superior over their peers, and with other storylines throughout last season, really make things difficult for me to discuss further. But I am in support of that. There is a petition that is going around, and it is going to be linked in that card that I will link. Um, but also follow at unwhitewashtbb and hashtag unwhitewashtbb, which we have also in our description. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I was really looking forward to greeting you all with a much brighter and a much lighter tone for 2023. However, um, with the recent news of these high profile content creators, podcasters. So we're adjacent, but we still cover the entire Star Wars community. I stand with them. I completely understand their decision not to cover it, but I feel like that and they use um, they use their channel as well on both TikTok and I think YouTube to also speak out on this issue, and I will as well. So every night, every stream from here on out, I will in the banner we're gonna put hashtag unwhitewashtbb, and I will say, please sign that petition to hashtag unwhitewashtbb. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow morning, or tomorrow afternoon rather, for our episode 5 of the National Treasure Edge of History. And we'll be back next week for a brand new episode of Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2 as we continue into 2023. And then next week, we'll be having our second ever HBO Max live stream. That's going to be The Last of Us on HBO Max. Pedro Pascal is back, but not yet in the Mandalorian outfit. We're going to see him in some ruins as well. I'm Mark Canape. Special thanks for Jensen joining us on the live stream tonight. Have a good night, everybody.